Now, we're nearly on the right path here, but there's one other little job that we have to do. So I'm back into my section here, and we knew this was going to happen because I've raised my floor up here. Is causing me a couple of problems here. First of all, the ceiling height is not correct. So we're going to change our ceiling height here. And so I'm going to change this up. I'm going to move this up by 300. 750, and I'll go into my annotate and I'll put in a dimension here from there to the top, and that's great. So that's two, that's kind of 2478. Okay, and once it's more than 2.4, I'm happy with that. Something in around that. Now, I'm not happy with my ground finish floor level there because obviously it's up here. And when I start placing in doors and doing other work like that, I want to be referencing off the ground finish floor level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce a new level in here now and in architecture. And you can only introduce new level in a section or an elevation. So I'm going to just pick a position here, anywhere kind of at all around there, right? And escape. And now there's a couple of things I'm going to do here. I'm going to just do a little bit of rearranging. So I'm clicking once, clicking twice into that tag. And instead of 0, I'm going to make this -1. And it's going to ask me this, and I'm going to answer yes each time. The ground floor, finish floor level, I'm not going to call that the finish floor level. I'm just going to call that ground level, and I'm going to make that 0. And yes. Now this one, I'm going to click in here, and this is going to be 1 ground FFL, because that's going to be a ground finish floor level. And yes, I would like to do that. And I've got my ceiling already sorted out with number 2. Now, the reason I like to put those numbers in there is so that we're organized correctly here. Ground, found, ground level, ground finish floor, ceiling, and so on and so on like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to position this new level on here. So to do that, I'm going to use my modify align tool, and I'm going to say to here, align that. And I could lock it into position, but I'm happy enough with that. But try and avoid this situation where you've got tags overlapping on each other. And to do that, look, if I pick that level there and I'm looking for the little zigzag, see that? And that'll drop that down nicely. So escape out of that. I'm going to pick this one, and I'm going to pick that little button there, and I'm going to line those up. All right. And so I've got my top found, my ground level, and my ground finish floor level there. And that's exactly the way I want it. If I go into my elevations now, everything will be updated except maybe just the little zigzag that needs to be introduced here. I'll do that in the north. I think I have to do that in each elevation. So if you were ever doing a complex Revit project, I would highly recommend that you have a serious think about how you're going to organize your levels before you start, because when you go back in inserting levels, I can guarantee you things get messy, to say the least. So and I don't want to be getting things messy. See the way I've got the tag kind of lying on top of some geometry there? I don't want to do that. So if I just pick one, and it's this little circle I'm looking for here, I'm going to pick into that. And that's a little grip which allows me to drag everything back that way so that it's not sitting on any geometry there. Now I've got all of those kind of sorted, and I'm happy now that I'm in a much better position uh, to uh, get in and start finishing this particular exercise here. Oh, last one there on the section 4. Oh, there we go. All right.